Okay. Earl won't stop talking. Oh. Imagine if she was talking to Earl. That would be funny. No, it wasn't that at all. I had to call it that once, but nah, not this time. Oh, damn. Not gonna lie, I feel spent. But we're gonna do this. Thanks, Wa. Oh, where the fuck were we? Oh man, my brain's still trying to catch up everything. Oh, it's right here. That's what it is. Yeah. Alright, there's still a lot we gotta get through. This is probably going to take over 4 hours, but we're not stopping until we actually get this done. So, just why it kind of sucks that went overtime. Not kind of, it does suck. Like, I basically had to get off of work and then immediately start streaming. I gave myself 10 minutes to get dressed, more or less. But otherwise, yeah. Anyways, let's get started. The interview ends in a sea of flashing lights. Under the meticulous arrangements of the Earl, the commander is soon escorted back to the hotel suite in the name of protection, but in truth it is clear he is under house arrest. The heavy curtains shut out Frankfurt's nightscape, and with it, every visible path of freedom. The hidden sentries below, the cameras set up at the door, all brazenly declare that this place is a cage. Everything in the room remains exactly as it was when the commander left. On the table, the tablet, which has been cut off from all external communications, lights up precisely at the moment of his return. Oh, is our megastar back then? How did it feel under the spotlight? Along with the voice speaking from the tablet, the expression on Dandelion's avatar also shifts to match her mood. Having a body sure is nice, huh? You get to show off everywhere. Unlike me, cooped up in this antique tablet with barely any memory, I can't even stretch. Truly tragic, enough to make anyone weep. What's wrong? Your face is more blue than a blue screen of death. Sure, the interview didn't go well, but you expected as much, right? The commander glances at her. With Dandelion's capabilities, she's likely found a way to livestream the interview the moment it began. This teasing is nothing more than her way of passing time. Dandelion, behave a little. Oh my, look at you. Throwing your weight around? Someone makes a grand speech on the stage, steals the spotlight, then comes back and starts bossing around a poor, helpless AI like me. Poor little Dandelion. Boo-hoo. It would be nice if I really could boss you around. The commander mutters softly and gives up arguing. When it comes to pointless verbal sparring, they will never win against Dandelion. He walks to the window and peers through a slit in the curtains, observing the patrol routes outside. In addition, the human sentries, several Stasi diner gates, march in perfect formation along fixed paths. His gaze lingers briefly on one unit. Its signal reception seems unstable, causing it to lag slightly behind the others. Dandelion, will you pipe down if I get you a body? Oh? You can find a doll frame in a place like this? Impressive, Commander. The light on the tablet shifts, and Dandelion's expression turns into a delighted grin. Of course. I understand the situation, so won't ask for much. As long as it's military grade or above, I'm fine. The commander stares at the tablet wordlessly. Is that difficult? Well, honestly, a Stasi T-doll frame would also work. Their tech isn't great, but their aesthetics are decent. Alright, I was joking. You're planning to grab a civilian service doll frame from the hotel, I'm guessing. Something like an SSD 62F? I can make it do. That's the plan, right? Why aren't you saying anything? Watch the cameras in the corridor. In 1 minute, I need you to blind them for 5 seconds. At the same time, simulate internal unit communications with dummy signals. Make sure the device count appears unchanged. Can you do it? Of course. Dandelion sounds smug again. The commander takes a deep breath and walks to the suite door. They open it slightly, then slam it shut with a loud bang. Seconds later, hurried mechanical footsteps echo outside. The commander opens the door again. A unit of Diner Gate patrols stand neatly outside. They seem to be the first to arrive due to their speed. The lagging Diner Gate stands at the very end. The camera lenses contract and expand as they scan the room. The lead Diner Gate steps inside, seemingly checking for anomalies. The commander blocks his path with a look of annoyance. I just thought something over. Your hotel security is a bit jumpy, isn't it? The lead Diner Gate scans him again with its cold electronic eye, then enters the suite. After a quick sweep, it concludes that the disturbance is a false alarm. It turns to leave, leading the unit away. The moment the lagging Diner Gate passes by the commander, all the cameras in the room corridor simultaneously black out. The commander grabs the Diner Gate and yanks it inside, blocking the door as he kicks the door shut. Do it. No reminder is needed. The moment the commander strikes, Dandelion's hack is already complete. The Diner Gate freezes instantly. Its optical sensor flickers twice, then goes dark. It lights up again seconds later. Dandelion's exasperated voice comes through. I should just kill myself. Sorry. So all that effort was to get me a Diner Gate frame? This is beyond demeaning. Under the circumstances, a Diner Gate frame is the best you can have. Dandelion waves the unit's forelimbs dismissively, as if to sulk. Fine. Good thing I'm strong and independent. If my mental state were any more fragile, I might really be suicidal right now. The commander crouches, watching the new Dandelion perform a backflip, then a sit pretty posture as he tests out the limits of this frame's locomotion. How's the signal spoofing? Flawless, naturally. Neither the surveillance feeds nor the device count will give us any away. She stops moving and starts pondering how she can improve the frame's unappealing exterior. Still, this design has no personality whatsoever. I'll have to dress up properly. The commander leads her to her preening and starts considering his next steps. William has already made it clear during the interview that he will not play to the Earl's tune. Of course, the commander never expected him to abandon Paradise anyway. And the Earl, in pursuit of relic technology, will continue to condone William's actions completely. So now, they can only pin their hopes on news from M16 and Kalina. Oh, right, Commander. While you were putting on your grand performance, M16's group sent word. Not sporting a customized appearance, Dandelion trots over. I look away for one moment and you dismantle the hotel's video doorbell. Creative, right? I have a feeling my comms emojis will go viral someday. The commander feels a wave of wariness. He almost wishes Lunation were here to rein in Dandelion's whimsical ideas. Enough. Fill me in. They pinpointed the exact coordinates of William's base. I'll upload it to the tablet shortly. Also, I've upgraded the antique that I abandoned to a top-tier tactical terminal. You can keep it as a souvenir. The commander picks up the tablet and looks at the blinking marker. He starts planning tactical maneuvers. I need the last known comms coordinates of all allied units. Already marked? After a moment of thoughts, he slides his finger across the map, sketching out a bold plan with red and blue arrows. This terrain requires a surprise assault. Defy and 16 are essential. Have Defy wait here. I'll personally lead the operation. Once inside, if all goes smoothly, I'll create an opening for you. At that point, we split up. We take control of the base systems. Wipe their database. And I'm supposed to do that with this little diner gate? When we get there, I'll find you a better frame. Then comes the most critical step. The commander pauses, hesitation and flickering in his eyes. Have Kalina and Squad 404 bring Tokaret's team. Using the base as a center point, destroy all Paradise facilities and forces you locate. The final cleanup is down to you, Dandelion. I'll erase all of Paradise research data, and then I can kill William once and for all, without having to worry about the mess he'd leave behind. Silence fills the room. Dandelion tilts her head. A solid plan. If everything goes as you predict, I'm sure I'll witness a spectacular finale. But you seem to have overlooked a basic problem. What? Step 1. The opening act. How do you plan to leave this hotel under heavy Stasi surveillance? The commander walks to the window and yanks the curtains open. Frankfurt's lights flood in, but the city is merely grand, empty house, trapping them within. Even if the Stasi are watching me, they won't know I have a super Dynagate at my side. Oh my, I'm flattered to be valued so highly. Though, honestly, I'm getting tired of this place too. Every cage has a keyhole, Dandelion. The commander turns around and pats her on the head. That just happened to have a master key. Oh, yeah, this is a mission. Oopsie. The night over Frankfurt becomes a perfect cover. The escape from the hotel goes more smoothly than expected. In the eyes of the Stasi, the illusion that the commander is isolated and helpless turns out to be his greatest weapon. What appears to be an inescapable net feels almost childish to someone who has survived far worse battlefields. Their over-reliance on electronic surveillance also gives Dandelion the perfect opportunity to shine. Kalina and Task Force Defy have been waiting at a hidden rendezvous point on the outskirts for some time. Familiar faces bring a fleeting sense of warmth, but everyone knows the road ahead is still shrouded in darkness. Kalina is the first to rush forward the moment she spots the commander. Her steps falter slightly, her eyes filled with undisguised worry and relief, and a trace of frustration at his recklessness. "Commander! Do you know how worried I—" 1,000 words surge to her lips, only to choke in her throat. She wants to scold him for his recklessness. She wants to tell him how afraid she has been. But standing here, seeing him alive despite the exhaustion, all those emotions collapse in a single, trembling sentence. "I'm glad you're safe." The commander looks at her. The recent days of constant strain has left her pale and even more haggard than before. He can sense the suppressed agitation and relief in her voice. "I'm sorry, Colleen. I made you worry this whole time." He reaches out, intending to pat her shoulder like before, but seeing how worn she looks, his gesture softens. Instead, he rests a hand gently on her shoulders. The motion is awkward but sincere. Kalina lightly punches his chest, her tightly furrowed brows finally easing. "Welcome back, Commander." The commander smiles faintly. "I'm back, Colleen." His gaze lingers briefly before sweeping across the rest of the group. Tokarev and the others stand nearby, looking equally overjoyed to be reunited with the commander. "Commander, you..." "Sorry, everyone." "Huh?" "I heard from Kalina. You all went through a lot to find me. This was all because of my own selfish decisions." "No, not at all. We believe in you. You put your faith in us. We're only returning that faith. So please, don't apologize. We're happy to help you." Tokarev smiles with a hint of shyness. Compared to her earlier days in Griffin, she now carries herself with quiet confidence. The commander can't help but smile, taking pride in how far she has come. "Thank you, everyone. I'm able to stand here again thanks to you. Time is short, so I'll keep it brief. Dandelion should have it already synced the situation and mission plan to all of you." "I have indeed." "Huh? This Dynagate is Miss Dandelion? I thought it was a pet the commander brought." "The commander couldn't bear to part with me, so they turned me into this." "Hey, don't poke me!" Dandelion smacks away M16A1's hand and climbs up along the commander's leg to perch on his head. "Come on, just a pat." The commander clears his throat, cutting off the tomfoolery. They hand Kalina a tactical tablet, which clearly marks out Paradis's facilities and Griffin's planned attack routes. "Now, I'll walk you all through the plan." The group immediately settles down as the commander grows serious. "I've been trying to insert Dandelion into their system since the day Javier found me. We can find what we're looking for once she gets inside." "That's an absurd request, you know. Government systems are mostly isolated, and you didn't even know what you were looking for. Without me, that would have been impossible." "Thanks to some internal help, we managed to locate a set of coordinates. Dandelion and Defy sent them to you." "You mean that factory?" "It was a clue that had been uncovered layer by layer. While I was dealing with things, you infiltrated it. From there, Dandelion traced upstream, back to the source. We had confirmation that the factory used to be Oberstein's research facility in Frankfurt. Now, it's been reactivated by William at its base. That's where we're heading next." Compared to what we've done before, this is almost too simple." The commander expression hardens. Frankly, this plan is rough. We don't have time for refinement. This opportunity may vanish at any moment. If we miss it, we may never get another. We strike like lightning, catch William and the Earl off guard. We must launch the attack before they realize I've escaped. Our objective is twofold. First, the factory dandelion found is just one branch. There are definitely more. Once inside the base, dandelion will hack the system and locate all remaining branches. Then we split into two teams. One eliminates those branches. The other ensures the base is destroyed and completes the decapitation strike. This is our best chance, and probably our only one. If I, M16, work me on the assault. 94 opens her mouth as if to speak, but openly says nothing. Tokarev, we're Kalina. She has your detailed objectives. She'll brief you on the way. Understood. Kalina, I'm entrusting the cleanup to you. The commander pats her shoulder, then turns away without looking back. The covert vehicle carrying the commander and Task Force Defy moves like a shadow along the silent road. M16 reports that external comms jamming has been deployed. From now on, the base is completely isolated. AK-12 speaks casually while driving. I wonder how the host will feel about our visit. In response from internal security, everything seems to be normal. 94 watches the monitors closely. No alerts. It's too quiet. The commander taps the armrest, thinking. William's air conditioners are opening. He's sitting at the center of the trap, waiting for prey to walk in. He won't believe anyone could bypass the defenses. The vehicle stops at the concealed ventilated entrance. Commander, the lab is ahead. Also, 404 reports that the factory assault is progressing smoothly. Good. The commander draws his Makarov pistol, disengages the safety, and chambers around. At this signal, AK-15 kicks open the heavy metal door and aims her weapon deep into the room. But they're greeted not by the enemy that consumes their thoughts day and night. In fact, no Paradise personnel is present at all. There are only two figures in the space's laboratory. Under the moonlight, the commander sees their faces. The Earl, and behind him, Javier, with a strange look on his face. The lights snap on, revealing dozens of soldiers in UNC Army uniforms, the rifles trained upon the commander's party in perfect formation. It is indeed a trap, but not set by William. Drop your weapon, Commander. The Earl's voice is steady, yet faintly wary. It ends here. Where is William? The commander's voice is dry, an unspeakable feeling wells up in their chest. But what is the meaning of this? He's gone. The Earl shakes his head. Half an hour ago, he contacted the UNC. He reported a rogue former Griffin commander planning a terrorist attack on this former Stasi facility. He abandoned everything? The commander growls with clenched fist. His nails dig into the skin of his palms, leaving bloody grooves. Yes, in exchange for stopping the attack, he surrendered this facility, his research, and private forces. The UNC government is also given full authority to prosecute you. The commander staggers internally. William never intended to fight him. How could that be? Impossible. He gave up Lunatia? The Earl frowns. He did take some personal projects with them. Your NC government cannot interfere with that. You! The commander tries to rush forward, but is restrained by the soldiers that have him surrounded. The truth has finally dawned on him. William has easily deprived him of his costly vengeance through politics. He plays victim and hero, while the commander becomes the lunatic whose willfulness threatens the UNC security. William exits the stage untouched, disappearing further behind the curtains, taking his precious lunation with him. Earl, The Earl simply shakes his head and turns away, not looking at the commander again. William has won. The commander has permanently lost the chance to personally deliver his punishment. The flame of vengeance sustaining him is extinguished by cold reality. He slowly lowers his gun. The members of Task Force Defy watch on with indignation, but eventually, they decide to obey. Cold handcuffs close around the commander's wrist, locking away all his rage, hatred, and bitterness. Commander, you'll be transferred out of Frankfurt soon. Then comes a long investigation. He has lost. Not to any enemy on the battlefield, but to the rules of the world that he has been trying so hard to defy, to the politics that he so despised. And William's shadow will haunt the commander for the rest of his life, while he will never be able to lay a finger on him. End. This possibility is extremely unlikely, but not entirely impossible. After the factory assault, the Earl might not realize what's coming, but William definitely would. In 1 in a billion odds, he might choose to avoid confrontation entirely and report you instead. If that happens, you truly have no counterplay. Fortunately, if you were that rational, none of this would have happened in the first place. This is just for reference. Don't overthink it. Now try again. Shortly after the commander escapes the hotel, the commander is discussing the assault plan with the Griffin team at the secret rendezvous point. This is our best chance, and probably our only one. As everyone commits to the mission and begins preparing for deployment, A94 hesitates for a moment before stepping forward and voicing her concern. Commander, M16's team attacked the production line not long ago. Even if William is still at the base, he must be aware of the attack. Have you considered the possibility that he has already withdrawn from the base, having realized that it's no longer secured? Or that he might ask the Earl for support? He isn't limited to waiting for us there. That's exactly the point, 94. He knows that I know he's there. That's why he'll stay and wait for me. We have a score to settle with each other. Why? That doesn't sound very logical. The commander falls silent. His eyes flash with emotions too complex for others to understand. Because I want him dead. And he wants to sing for me. Unless the situation becomes irreversible, the Earl still won't give up on either of us. If he chooses to run, or to report this, then yes, I lose my chance to kill him, but he loses his chance to kill me as well. But at the very least, we should have a contingency plan. Don't worry, I'm confident. A94 wants to say more, but AK-12 steps up beside her and gently shakes her head. It's no use, 94. This is the last chance to catch William. The commander won't let it go. Neither will I. I understand, 12. I'm just worried the plan is too aggressive. This isn't like the Commander's usual style. It feels obsessive? Reckless, even? It reminds me of when we went to that mission. The N-94 ultimately cannot bring herself to say the name. The scar in our heart still aches. AK-12 shrugs and pats 94 on the shoulder. Back then, I left you behind. That was my last adjustment as leader. If I'd have been there, I wouldn't have let Ash do something so foolish. I should have done better, but there are things that can't be undone. However, I think it's different this time. Different? The commander looks more certain than ever to me. You see? The operation plan is quickly finalized. The commander, together with Task Force Defy, sets out on the road towards the endgame. The covert vehicle carrying the commander and Task Force Defy moves like a shadow along the side of the road. M16 reports that external comms jamming has been deployed. From now on, the base is completely isolated. Driving with practiced ease, AK-12 glances at the commander through the rearview mirror. I wonder how the host will feel about our visit. In response from the internal security, everything seems to be normal. 94 watches the monitors closely. No alerts at all. Isn't that a bit too quiet? Just stay sharp. The commander taps the armrest and thinks for a moment. It's probably an ambush. An ambush? Then we... The element of surprise is key to an ambush. Now that we expect it, the situation changes. Once we arrive, prioritize locating enemy signal sources. Be ready to enter sites of combat immediately. Dandelion? Do we have terrain maps? I'll take a guess at the deployment. It's not complete, but this is what I gather so far. Relax, 94. We're all here. I understand. As the vehicle moves forward, the unease in 94's chest grows heavier. This no longer feels like revenge, it feels more like a gamble. And the commander has already pushed all their chips forward, betting everything on the fact that William will remain at the table. The road to the base stretches long and deathly silent. When the squad reaches the abandoned base, everything is eerily quiet. No alarms, no traps, not the slightest sign of predator's activity. It feels like nothing more than an empty shell left behind. They infiltrate the laboratory in the heart of the base without resistance. Stay alert. Watch your traps. A massive holographic screen suddenly lights up. Its cold glow illuminating every face in the room. William appears on the screen, seated, smiling with nauseating smugness like a cat that has caught its mouse. 94 looks at the commander's back. His fists are clenched so tightly that knuckles have turned white. 94 is really worried about us. The commander has won the first bet. William did not run. But the commander has already played every card in his hand just to get the game started. Welcome, Commander. I must admit, you're more efficient than I expected. William tries to applaud mockingly, but is forced to give up due to his condition. You know, no hand. A flash of vicious malice crosses his face before he regains his composure. You know, I could have reported every detail of your plan to the Earl and turned your grand revenge to a farce, crushed effortlessly by Brizarch's forces. Then all your sacrifices, all your struggles would be for naught. But you didn't. You're right, I didn't! I've been waiting for you to bring your amusing trash in here. I've been played along. Do you know why? Of course. You stayed to make sure I would come. Because we both want the other dead. Because you hate me to the bone. Because you're Bill. Gazing at the seemingly unruffled William on the screen, the commander can't resist making one last cutting remark. Or maybe it's because you're just a crybaby who runs to his sister whenever things go wrong, begging her to wipe your tears again. Too bad she'll never do that for you anymore. Isn't that right, Ballard von Oberstein? William bursts into maniacal laughter. He lunges towards the camera, his twisted face filling the screen. I'm going to kill you, Commander! I will kill you with my own hands! You'll watch every one of your companions die before you! I'll turn them into experimental material! Ow! The commander's shot shatters the screen, cutting off the hysterical rant. So noisy. The gunshot, like a trigger, instantly sends out the sirens blaring throughout the base. Metal grinds, heavy footsteps thunder from all directions. Doors slams are open across countless corridors, but it isn't just Neos that come pouring out. Heavily armed private forces also charge in from the darkness. The door ahead begins to close. The lab is about to become a hell with no way out. There's so many Neos. Just how many people has he killed? Commander! Stay close to me. This is more than I expected. No, Readthrough, the door's shut. AK-15! Got it. AK-15 launches forward like a projectile, denting the heavy door with a mighty kick and halting its closure. 94 and AK-12 stay tight around the commander. Avoid being flanked. Push forward. William has to be somewhere inside. Just out of the infrared turrets? This place is a fortress! Watch out, Commander! An explosion erupts above the commander. After an undetermined amount of time, gunfire, explosions, the scream of metal, all fade into silence. The commander drags his broken body upright from a heap of corpses. The path deeper into the base has collapsed. The last thing he remembers is A-94 throwing herself over him to shield him from the blast. William has gone completely mad. To ensure the commander's death, he has used indiscriminate explosive weapons. The Neos, heedless of their own destruction, hurl themselves at AK-15 in suicidal assaults. Right. Defy, what happened to them? 94, AK-12, AK-15. The commander searches desperately, but the rubble leaves no place even to step. He drags his nearly numb left leg and staggers out of the lab. Outside, the devastation is even worse. Dismembered Neos lie everywhere, some torn apart by brute force. Did Defy break through? No. That doesn't match the initial assault direction. Then, the enemies on the outside. William. The aftershock pounds in his skull. A corpse lies nearby, barely recognizable, but the commander pays it no mind. Dandelion? Colleen? They walk through the silent base, searching for any sign of life, though he already knows his wishful thinking. Amidst the black and white wreckage, a familiar figure appears in his blood-burned vision. Tokarev? He gently lifts her motionless body. Her frame is severely damaged and her neural core critically compromised. The worst of the damage is massive gash across her back, clearly from a white needle's sight. A wound in the back. Was she protecting someone? Kalina doesn't dare pursue the thought. Laying Tokarev down, he stumbles forward in a hurry, but every step is agony to his battered body. Colleen! Colleen! That familiar orange mop of hair rests quietly against a console, as if she's merely asleep from a hard day of work. Colleen? The commander walks up to her and lifts her gently. Her body is cold. Colleen. A light blooms deep within the base, staining the red sky, magnificent and utterly meaningless to the empty world before the commander. End. If you choose to bleed yourself dry, perhaps you'll achieve a Pyrrhic victory. But you would never accept an ending, and neither would she. To her, making sure you live is far more important than putting him to death. Back to the Tiger Dojo. As a side note, none of these possibilities truly happened. They leave no trace in your memory. But perhaps your subconscious picks up one thing. That you always end up getting the one who stays by your side killed. Perhaps that is why you start pushing her away without even realizing it. How tragic. Shortly after the commander escapes the hotel, the commander is discussing the assault plan with the Griffin team at the secret rendezvous point. Next, we'll assign roles. Defy, M16, you launch the assault on the base with me and Dandelion. M16's team attacked the production line not long ago. Even if William's still at the base, he already knows we're coming. But as I said before, William and I have reached a tacit understanding on one point. We both want each other dead, and to achieve that, neither of us wants the Earl interfering. The commander taps the tactical tablet firmly. So William will report this to the Earl, but he has definitely prepared traps inside the base. He points at the map of the base and draws a circle around the laboratory. We need meticulous planning and preparation. William may be arrogant, but he's not stupid. With our current strength, this is practically a gamble. This final battle will be difficult. The discussion comes to a lull. Everyone remains silent, waiting for the commander's final decision. Actually, I have an idea, but I'll need your approval and a small favor. What do you have in mind, M16? First, I need Dandelion's help. M16 reaches out to tease Dandelion, who is perched on the commander's head, only to have her hand slapped away by the disgruntled Dandergate. M16, if you're asking for my help, why do you need the commander's approval? Huh? Aren't you basically his electronic pet now? Dandelion leaps onto M16's head and pulls at her hair angrily. M16 simply grabs the Dandergate and lifts her overhead. What's the plan? I want to go somewhere with Dandelion. If things go well, we might bring back a force strong enough to turn the tide. You don't mean... M16 nods. The commander immediately understands. How long do you need? I'm not sure. I need to scout on site, but I'll return as soon as possible. How soon depends entirely on how good a job this electronic pet does. The commander checks the coordinates on the tablet, then accepts the proposal. Okay, change of plan. M16, Dandelion, you depart immediately. The 5 will move with me to the base first. We'll draw William's attention, delay his response, and create an opening for the factory strike teams. The commander turns to Kalina. Her unease is unmistakable in those familiar eyes. Colleen, when we engage William, he will definitely try to secure an escape route. So Imperator's factories and reserves must be destroyed. I know this is asking a lot, but I need you, 404, and Tokarev's team to handle it. Colleen nods, then shakes her head firmly. Commander, please let me go to the base with you. She looks at the commander almost beseechingly. She doesn't want to leave his side again. A faint permission grips her. If she leaves now, you may never meet again. Or they may never meet again. Letting Colleen go with you shouldn't be a problem, right? With us and Tokarev's team, destroying the factories should be manageable. Is that okay, Commander? The plea in her eyes makes his heart falter. What should he do? Then, a sudden, inexplicable sense of foreboding rises within him. She must not be allowed near the base. Absolutely not. No. You can't come with us to the base, Colleen. Once you're done destroying the factories, move to a safe location and await orders. Colleen freezes, as if unable to believe what she's hearing. Make sure she stays safe. 45 shrugs, silently accepting the responsibility. All units move out. The T-Doll spring into action. M16 disappears into the night with Dandelion still bickering on top of her head. The commander turns towards the vehicle, but Kalina grabs his arm from behind. Her hand trembles slightly. You'll come back, right, Commander? Her voice sounds casual, but the faint tremor at the end betrays her emotions. The night is too dark to see her expression. Yeah. Wait for me. Her grip loosens. She says nothing more and turns back towards Tokarev's team. The commander faintly hears a whisper coming from behind. It's a promise. The words dissolve into the wind, so soft they almost never existed. The night grows deeper. The vehicle carrying the commander and Defy soon reaches the outskirts of the base. Commander, there's no response from inside the base. But William knows we're coming. Stay alert. Status of the other teams? Colleen and 404 have begun destroying the factories as planned. No updates from M16 yet. As for us... Alarms blare within the base before AK-12 can finish. Massive searchlights snap on and lock onto them all at once. We've been spotted. All units, engage. Hold your positions. So this is a fight. Oh, hold on. Was there a cutscene here? Oh no, absolutely not. There was not one. I remember that one. What? A blade cuts through the air in a flash, but the commander dodges the attack in time. In the assassination attempt at the hotel, They are now far calmer in their response. By Father's command, eliminate the command. Commander, are you alright? I'm fine. Looks like you can't hold them off much longer with just 3 of you. I suspected they were prepared with an ambush. But we have our own countermeasures. Until we fall, no one will harm you. Battle erupts the moment they enter William's base. At first, the 5 manages to hold back the waves of automated units. But as more and more Needles enter the fray, 94 is first to focus on protecting the commander. Even the 5 begins to struggle. All units free fire! Support the commander! At that moment, a new friendly signal appears on the comms channel. That sounds like... Yoo-hoo! Bet you didn't expect me to be the first doll to make it here. Quit chatting and protect the commander. Tugrat's with provisional squad, here to render support. A large number of IOC dolls suddenly enter the battlefield, suppressing the Needles attempting to reach the commander. Yumi doesn't seem to be retreating. What's the plan, acting leader? Push forward and draw their attention. Don't let them get close to the commander. Dolls skilled in close combat move in to pin down the Needles. Meanwhile, a familiar figure dashes past the front line in a black blur, heading straight for the automated units engaging Defy. Dandelion, give me a hand. Alright. Enemy fire protocol systems will crash in 0.5 seconds. An automated unit equipped with a 20mm cannon raises its barrel towards the entity in the air, about to unleash a devastating barrage. But before it can fire, a flood of error data crashes the system. M16 fires a grenade, destroying it and eliminating the most dangerous firepower on the field. Not bad. The commander's limbs are all intact. His head is still also attached. It's like we made it just in time. That voice. Dandelion? Correct. I'm borrowing his body for a while. The original Nerd Cloud is still dormant inside. As you can see, M16 plans work. Looks like IOP didn't expect us to wake up so many dolls at once. The whole process went surprisingly smoothly. Mostly thanks to me, of course, Commander. Thank you. Where's Colleen? Following the plan. She's with 404 and another group of IOP dolls, already striking the Paradise Force factories and labs. Based on the data I've gathered, William's main forces are all here. She shouldn't be in danger. This is Team Pallet. We entered the target base through entrance B. Squad Puzzle has reached a designated position. Awaiting orders, Commander. It really is good to see you again, Commander. Huh? We can talk to Commander? I want to do it too! Commander, is it fun over there? Ah, these dolls. Even without knowing the full situation after waking up, they all rushed in without hesitation the moment they heard they were coming to rescue you. You sure are popular, Commander. See those familiar faces on the comms. Countless memories flash through the Commander's mind. The other squads are all chatting casually with the Commander. You're the only one being so serious, Makarov. Nothing to say. Commander, I just want to keep fighting by your side forever. I'm glad to see you all again. But now isn't time to chat. I shut those idiots up. Give the order, Commander. We'll cover you at Ranced. These figures have accompanied the Commander across countless battlefields. Now, once again, they become the force that drives them forward. I'm counting on all of you. All frontline squads, continue to feint. Pallet, Puzzle, and other squads. Advance from alternate entrances and destroy base facilities. M16, Defy, you're with me. We find William. Yes, Commander. With gunfire echoing behind them, the commander's group pushes deeper into the base. What is this room? Looks like a central control room, but at this scale, it might not just control this base. Let me check. It seems to be connected to the production systems in other factories. We might be able to support Colleen if we take control. No time. Raiding the app storage won't go unnoticed. We need to find William before the UNC reinforcements arrive. Didn't we split up? I'll stay here and hack at the system. Help Colleen while ensuring all data and factories are destroyed. As for killing William, I've already failed twice, so... this time, I'll let you be the honest commander. Insisting raises her hand in a playful finger gun gesture towards her head. Make sure you deliver the bullet for me. The Force Castle gesture carries the weight of parting. Go. Didn't you say time is short? We'll meet again. If not after this battle, then someday. See you around. And the rest of the AR team. Too bad Percival has them all placed under protection. I don't even want to imagine what 15 will do when she finds out we fought the final battle without her. She might go Goliath. Again. Don't worry. She's not that, I'm sure. Catch you later, Commander. See ya. The commander parts with M16 and moves deeper into the base. My camera went down again? This is like a storage area for experimental equipment. After fending off several needle ambushes, the group enters a zone packed with various devices and instruments. Commander, look over there. Following Dandelion's prompt, they noticed a row of glass cultivation tanks filled with faint blue liquid. It is not an unfamiliar sight to them. Commander, you don't look well. I'm fine. These devices resemble those from Avernus. No life signs in the containers. The experiments haven't begun. These are just empty vessels. Aside from the liquid, the tanks contain nothing else. The commander lets out a quiet sigh of relief. The nightmarish sight in his memory has not yet become reality. Yet his very presence proves that such experiments are being prepared. The evil once eradicated in Operation Miromets is now gathering strength to return. There's too much clutter here. Stay alert for ambushes! As the group attention is drawn to the equipment, an unnatural gust of wind sweeps through the sealed room. A streak of white flashes across the commander's vision. Before he can figure out what it is, he loses all sensation in his body. He feels like a block thrown into the air, spinning uncontrollably. Commander! Shit! The commander hears the Defy doll shouting, but the spinning whirl makes it impossible to locate him. As his consciousness fades, he finally realizes what just happened. As the commander hits the ground, he sees his own body collapse on the other end of the room. A fountain of blood erupts from the severed neck. Darkness takes him. End. Well, I didn't quite expect that either. Even among the Needles, she is one of the most unusual individuals. Compared to the others, her faith and loyalty to William are the weakest. If there had been any other option, he likely wouldn't have chosen to repair and reactivate her. She didn't kill you over anything personal, just even bear any grudges against Defy. Perhaps deep down she already knew that this would be the outcome between herself and the one she loves. Even now I'm getting emotional. In any case, this should be the last time. Let's start over. Let me fix my camera real quick. This is JoJo time, boys. You die plays across the screen. I know, right? Commander fell to QTE. Me too, Commander. I hate QTEs. Okay. Alright. Catch later, Commander. I'll let you do the honor of killing William. Got it. The Commander parts with M16 and moves deeper into the base. This looks like a storage area for experimental equipment. After fitting out several needle ambushes, the group enters a zone path with various devices and instruments. Commander, look over there. This is... Following AK-12's prompt, he notices a row of glass cultivation tanks filled with faint blue liquid. It is not an unfamiliar sight to him. The Commander's gaze locks into the fluid as clear as lake water. For a fleeting instant, a vision flashes before his eyes. Countless pale arms bursting from beneath the surface, pounding violently against the glass walls. It is the image of Paradis facilities within the Dead Sea, something he has only ever seen through recordings, bones piled endlessly at the bottom of the tanks, feeding William's ambitions. Even though he has never witnessed the victims' final moments firsthand, scenes like this have replayed in his mind again and again. Hundreds, thousands of isomers struggle within the massive vats, each one ultimately dissolving into a single drop. The drops gather, eventually merging to form the bottomless lake of cognition. Commander? You don't look well. I'm fine. These devices resemble those from Avernus. No life signs in the containers. The experiments haven't begun. These are just empty vessels. Fortunately, nothing else is inside, aside from the liquid. The Commander lets out a quiet sigh of relief. The nightmarish sight in his memory has not yet become reality. But presence of this lab setup proves similar experiments are already being prepared. Yet his very presence proves that such experiments are already being... Okay? That's in twice. The evil once eradicated in Operation Muramet is now gathering strength to return. There's too much clutter here. Stay alert for ambushes! As the group's attention is drawn to the equipment, an unnatural gust of wind sweeps through the sealed room. Watch out! A streak of white flashes across the Commander's vision. Before he can figure out what it is, The familiar high-pitched vibration tears through the air. At some point, Greg has already appeared behind the commander. But thanks to Dandelion's interference, her strike is delayed by a fraction of a second. In the next instant, AK-15 slams to her like a cannon shell, forcefully knocking her away. The collision erupts with a heavy, thunderous impact. Protect the commander! Where did this one come from? Her name is Grig. She's Nito. Extremely fast. Even faster than before, actually. Really saved my ass there, Dandelion. You're welcome. She really is faster now, so I didn't catch her in time. Huh? You did, though, didn't you? That's not important. What matters is AK-15 might need help. AK-15 movements are swift and ferocious, her explosive strength among the very best. She is already fast, but she still falls short compared to that white blur. The only consolation is that Grit's attacks fail to inflict any real damage on AK-15. Each time that blade, sharp enough to cut steel, comes close to slicing through her body, AK-15's counterattack forces Greg to disengage at the last moment. Faster than even my new frame. Impressive. Stay away. She's still targeting the commander. AK-15 cannot defeat Greg alone, but with the other two Defy members guarding the commander, Greg has also lost her chance to assassinate him. Eventually, she stops pressing the attack and pulls back. The assault ceases, resulting in a tense standoff. This looks like William's last card. It should be just ahead. Dandelion, take the commander and go. Her attack has stopped. Now's your chance. Wait. The commander steps forward instead. Greg shows no reaction. She doesn't even seem interested in the fight anymore. Do you see these devices? William intends to reveal something like the Lake of Cognition. You understand what that means. If it is rebuilt, what happened to you, to Gray, and to all the other Nitos will happen again. Gray's gaze shifts ever so slightly. Is there any point saying that to a Nito, Commander? Commander, please go! Leave this to us! I promise. I will destroy William's ambitions. The commander gives Greg one last look, then turns and heads deeper into the base alongside Dandelion. Greg remains stationary, her eyes still fixed on his retreating back. She does not stop him. Is Gray doing well? Everyone present hears her clearly. 94 opens her mouth to say something, but decides against it in the end. Come on then. Let's do this. Commander Riz at it again. That's a battle, Greg. That battle fucking sucks, by the way. (2064) lower level of Oberstein's former research facility, White Zone, Frankfurt. Final act. Seriously, don't make me do this kind of manual labor, alright? Alright. Manipulating Tokaret's body, Dandelion smashes through the sealed door with ease. The familiar voice and constant complaints feel utterly out of place in Tokaret's face. The commander takes a deep breath. His gun hand is trembling slightly. Stepping past a shattered doorway, what lies ahead is a vast, hollow laboratory. A frankly tiresome sight for the commander. Ever since he became entangled with Paradis, he has been moving in and out of laboratories and factories like this. But all of it ends today. Why? In an instant, a blinding red light floods the laboratory, which was previously illuminated only by the dim blue glow of the central machine. Under this ominous light, the commander can now clearly make out the massive apparatus, and the man standing before it. Why is it that you keep showing up again and again? Like a cockroach that won't die, buzzing in and in front of me. You really can't learn to accept your fate, can you? Right before our ringer death kneel? Yes. The commander fires without hesitation, but a massive sight intercepts the bullet before it can reach William. Be careful, Commander. This place is pretty well stocked. Dandelion moves slightly closer to the commander, subtly shielding him. Before she can even finish, waves of white needles emerge like soldiers in formation from both sides of the massive machine, surrounding William at the center. Evidently, even with the Leica connection destroyed, he can still control them. I suppose I should congratulate you, and myself. After all, witnessing your death firsthand will be quite entertaining for me. And dying at the hands of these puppets is a most fitting end for you. The commander looks up and locks eyes with William across the distance. Over the past years, Griffin has clashed with him countless times, directly and indirectly, yet never once have they touched the core of his secrets. And now, in just a few days, he has stood face to face like this multiple times. With each confrontation taking place under different circumstances, eliciting different feelings. I've never thought about how I would end up. Maybe I'd die on the road. Maybe I'd lose everything and become a drifter. Maybe I'd even be in prison forever, tortured until I become a forgotten skeleton. I don't care which of those fates would be most fitting for me. What becomes of me doesn't matter. What becomes of you, that's what matters. What an ardent confession, Commander. I truly don't understand. Why are you so obsessed with me? Because people like you destroy everything built by those who genuinely try to make the world a better place. Because people like you feed off the work and sacrifice of others, corrupting the light of idealists. Because your existence is a disease upon this world. You have committed evil. You deserve punishment. How banal. Is this your final speech? Only children cling to a world of good and evil. I thought you were more mature than that. Seems like I was overestimating you. His face darkens. I'm tired of this. As you so wish, let's end it here, Commander. I've already wasted enough time on you. William raises his hand to issue a command. But the needles before him suddenly freeze, like puppets cut off from their strings, standing completely motionless. Impressive. Our understanding has reached a point where words are necessary. Thank you for providing me time, Commander. This number was a bit much to handle. You just called them puppets, didn't you, Little Bill? How unfortunate. I may not be a puppeteer, but they seem to prefer working with me than you. Don't you dare call me that! Under Dandelion's control, the White Needles simultaneously turn their weapons, their sights capable of long-range attacks amid beams of white light. The commander instinctively moves forward, but Dandelion stops him, her expression grave. Careful, Commander. Seems we won't be getting an easy finale after all. That's... The explosion and heat from the converging beams have stirred up a dense white haze. By all logic, no human could have survived such an attack. But there's no mistake. Within the drifting white smoke, something flutters back and forth. A blue butterfly. Did you take me for a fool, Commander? From within the dispersing smoke comes that mocking voice. The only reason I entertained your pathetic performance was to see what you were capable of. What a disappointment. What? As the smoke clears, standing beside William atop the platform is... I had to admit, I thought I had accounted for every possibility. Yet once again, my perspective proves limited. Lunacia? That's right, Commander. Look closely. Watch how your pathetic, filthy lies crumble before the truth. My sister never left me. Through the end of the old world and the birth of a new, we have always been together. You're so full of mischief, Bill. But that's alright. Your sister is here. You can indulge yourself. And it just so happens, I was hoping to personally break that irritating doll. There's no one behind me. Are you seeing something we can't? That's unsettling. Dandelion. Relax. I know. No matter the outcome, this is the last time. Let us journey to hell together, Commander. So, I gotta play this one. There's dialogue here. So the way how you complete this map, there's 3 buffs you gotta get. Once you get the 3 buffs, you can beat the boss. Unfortunately, that means going through all of this malarkey. So, this is the song that plays during this. I think it's not fitting enough. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna change the music. And I'm gonna put on reverse collapse music because I think it's fitting. I think it is, the one I'm looking for is... probably this one, I think it is. Yeah, it is. Now, this should be... I'd have to do this as quickly as possible. By the way, this is down the line. She doesn't do... She literally does nothing here. And I gotta get this buff right here. Are you gonna make event summarizing this event? Yeah. Eventually. She is doing a very important task. It's for morale. So since we need that buff, that ability that we just got, I kind of had to do this with one echelon. Otherwise, it's going to take forever. Let me move! Thank you. It's because of these things. Zoom out. There we go. Come on! Honestly, I do like this map. It actually is. It's not just like a race to the finish. You actually have to do some tactics and strategizing. It's just not very good when you're trying to do this all in under 4 hours. My Goken's got next turn. So this is why this is kind of intricate. There are unkillables here. So this one has like a dude that has infinite shields, and you need to use this ability. It's called Fury. And it removes all force fields, which is shields. Now that's gone, this is now easy. Bait not found. This gives a buff. Increases our damage, which we don't need. But it's cool, I guess. So I gotta make a decision here. We want to go over to the right side or the left side? Either way, we gotta go back. So I guess we're gonna go clockwise. I don't think I can actually make it though. I can? If I kill these two. Yeah, this is one of my favorite tracks here. Wait, wrong button. Fury again? The gleam of guns, the edge of blades, they stand upon lonely heights, yet would fall with you into the abyss. Okay, almost done. Fury again. And Fury one more time. Should be one more time, anyways. Yeah, we can skip the rest of Nita's. You have the first sparks of flame, companions on your journey from the very beginning, until you reach the place of brilliance, where at last it's time to bloom. Going to switch with Dandelion, get resupplied, and now we can go off to kill the final boss. We have everything we need. Now, the buffs don't really matter, but fuck it, why not, right? It really doesn't matter, though. You seem to hear familiar voices all around you. Is this as far as we can go? So this is how it'll end? Even so, I won't give up. Justice may be late, but it will never fail to arrive. It's only fun when I get to fight powerful enemies. Commander, you can also rely on me sometimes. You have the first sparks of flame, companions on your journey from the very beginning, until you reach the place of brilliance, where at last it is time to bloom. The light of hope shines through, shattering heavy chains. The wounded warriors are imbued with mighty strength. You seem to hear familiar voices all around you. Only worms have tasted rotting soil can be reborn. Isn't that right, Commander? You never once given me a reason to doubt you. That alone proves your mettle. Don't go complacent. The road to true victory is still long. Let's go. We'll get them hell. The gleam of guns, the edge of blades. They stand upon lonely heights, yet would fall with you into the abyss. The light of hope shines through, shattering heavy chains. The persevering warriors are imbued with formidable strength. You seem to hear familiar voices all around you. I love the life I'm living. Doesn't matter how things were like in the past. I'll do anything for my family. I'll prove my own worth. Keep pressing forward. Fate not found. The light of hope shines through, shattering heavy chains. The united warriors are imbued with potent strength. Seize the moment and show how much you've grown. Nothing's got your back more than family. Not time to give up yet. You'll never walk alone in the path leading to the future. Let's bring down the curtains in victory. Thanks, Kuno. Like, thanks, Kaliko. So he's running away now. As she falls into a slumber, a game of chase unfolds on the other side of the battlefield. I gotta end my turn. Fuck. That's funny, it didn't happen last time. I'm glad I was able to do that. Let me pair Kaliko. Needles were, at the beginning, beings created by fusing human bodies with machinery, quasi-humans. Their makeup is fundamentally different from dolls, yet their faces are strikingly similar. Through countless iterations, they become more and more human-like, and at the same time, more and more inhuman. I've already seen your true nature in Tallinn. 17. In this moderately spacious room, 17 white needles wielding scythes have Lunacia completely surrounded. Their coordination is seamless, like limbs extended from a single body. Being hacked by me, and being controlled by your little bill, which do you think is more pitiful for you needles? Quite the chatterer, aren't you? Is it my chatter that bothers you? Or is it those voices in my head? The voices of your own kind? The whistling of scythes cutting through the air is followed by the clash of metal. The blade extending from the butterfly-like girl's hand intercepts the strikes with effortless precision. The needle pierces through a white needle. That body withers in an instant, vanishing as if it never existed. While the other swarms from behind, she flaps her wings and slips free from them. The encirclement. She lands again far away. 16. Good night. You're wasting time, knockoff. You know I will catch you eventually. I will dismantle that ridiculous body of yours and pull you out, then deal with you personally. Dandelion racks the slide of the gun in her hand. She does not often use weapons, but that doesn't mean she is unskilled. Do not fear. Do not hesitate. Do not question. Do not fret. Huh? You were born only a short time ago. You haven't even had the time to comprehend your true self. You're merely imitating and performing the role he assigned to you. Shut up! Shut up! Then let me put it another way. Listen. White light quivers. The blue butterflies stir unseen strings in the air. The resonance seems to drift back to the snowy fields of Talon. From the moment the epiphyllums bloomed. We are the snow amidst the sludge. We are the wailing in the cold wind. We are shadows of the same flower. Cut out the theatrics. There are no flowers here. There's only me and... Another sight is deflected lightly by the needle. The blue butterfly glides across the middle, emitting a faint hum. There are. You simply cannot see them. The flower does not grow in soil. It exists within the mind. Its petals are not flesh, but conditioning and commands. The scent you carry is artificial, a disguise that he sprayed onto you. And Lunacia, the real Lunacia, her name is written on water, forgotten, ignored, just as she herself wished. I am Lunacia! I have all Lunacia's memories! What you have are the memories he wants you to have. Like a montage splicing, color grading. Little Bill edited together the elder sister of his dreams, and you are merely the projector. Don't rush to deny it. Just think about this. When you first awakened in the darkness, whose name did you call? Let me answer for you. Not his. Not your own. Not anyone's. Your mind was blank. Nothing echoed in the blankness, until he planted the word sister into it. That is your origin. Shut up! Needle inside collide midair, throwing up invisible sparks. White smoke is torn apart by heat. More than a dozen needles move as one, surrounding their enemy. The blue butterflies weave through them, dismantling a chorus into single notes, then stitching them back together. Do not fear. Do not hesitate. Do not question. Do not fret. 15. 12. 10. These defective creatures from Talon! You wear them like garments and think yourself a god? I have his recognition! I am perfect! Perfect? Your perfection stems from the fact that you're edited to his taste. The true perfection is the freedom to say no. She said no. She refused to reshape the world with the hands of a god. The blue butterflies pause midair, as if someone has pressed an invisible key. One by one, the sights go dark. The soundscape falls silent for half a beat. A hidden channel has been opened. That voice is less memory than it is reality reflected from a field of flowers. I did not come here to kill anyone. After seeing those memories, I realized something. I was simply more fortunate. The more I understand myself, the more I detest what lies behind everything. But they are different from me. We stand on the same scale of fate, yet on opposite ends. So I want to end this tragic fate for her with my own hands, and for everything else that has suffered because of me. If I don't do this, I cannot move forward with my head held high. Seven, 5, 3. What do you think you know? You're nothing but a collage of failures. and an ensemble of noise. Of course. Noise, chorus, echo, failure. I am made of them. That is precisely why I understand the weight she carried. She would never coddle a childish tyrant under the guise of being his sister. No. Lies! You cannot deceive me. That's a fabricated story. Little Bill is everything to me. No one will stand between us. The likeliest of liars in stories are supporting characters, especially the ones destined to be killed off by the author. Unfortunately, you do not even qualify for that. You have no role of your own, only a mask. Dandelion raises her hand. In that instant, the air feels as if it's been selected by an invisible cursor. Ripples gather, like water drawing inward. With a single ka-chink, the white needles rack the slide of their weapons to unison, then empty the chambers at the same time, not outward, but inward. Their weapons' energy is drained, like tides being pulled away by the moon. 2, 1. Bill! He needs me! I am the only one in his world! You are his excuse to reject the world, and I am her reply to embrace it. The blue butterflies scatter, luminous and surreal, as if freed from the laws of physics. Each one becomes a thread at her fingertips, piercing through Lunatia's shoulders, collarbone, and chest. There is no blood, only light. That light is drawn out, spun into fibers, and wound back into Dandelion's palm. Ah! Her scream is not of flesh, but of the soul. Countless whispers, shattered images, fragmented emotions surged into her mind like a tidal wave. What is this noise? Get out! Get out of my head! She staggers back, clutching her head as if that could block out the overwhelming voices. It is a chorus she has never heard before, filled with sorrow, resentment, and pain of being forgotten. This is not noise. They are echoes of your own kind. Echoes of what was taken from you, yet never truly forgotten. Shut up! I am not like you failed rejects! I am perfect! I am Lunatia! She roars, suppressing the resonance, trying to tear free from the threads of light, but it is futile. More memories flood in, not Lunatia's, but of countless versions of herself. Abandoned in cold warehouses, dismantled as experimental material, left waiting for commands to be issued in endless darkness. The pain of being extracted by force now returns through shared consciousness. Why can't I feel this? No, these aren't my memories, they're not! Can you truly not feel their pain? Is your so-called perfection nothing more than forgetting who you are and pretending to be someone else? Shut up! You know nothing! I am needed! Little Bill needs me! My existence has meaning! Unlike you are nothing but discarded, worthless trash! This is her final defense. The one truth that has formed her core beliefs since her creation. But the ocean of consciousness responds gently, almost compassionately. Being needed and being loved are not the same. What he needs is only an illusion called Lunatia, a tool to ease his conscience. But we, though we once had nothing, we now have each other. This connection is where we truly belong. That ocean of consciousness becomes a quiet, gentle harbor. The painful memories do not vanish, but they are no longer a scream, but a calm, mellow source of mutual comfort and companionship. They have found a place to belong. In that moment, Lunacia feels as if she's being held, cradled within a warmth she has never known. Where are you? Why are you gathered here? Why are you all staring at me? Stop! Stop looking at me like that! We mean no harm. We simply wish to welcome you. Welcome me? You hear us? Just as we hear you. You don't need to cling to your disguise. We understand. We know. We are you. Shut up. Shut up! I am nothing like you. Deep down, you have always known this, but you choose to ignore it. You are afraid of losing the place where you belong. Right now, you are not where you're supposed to be. Enough! You're... I am the collective of failed isomers, of what you call noise and failed rejects. As representative, you may call me Nemogen. Nemogen, you're the... from the array. What are you doing here? You have never seen the bottom of the lake, because even butterflies cannot traverse the deep sea. I am here because this is where I belong. I was not born here, but this is my final resting place. It's her. She's just ahead, right? You are afraid. You are hesitant. You have questions. You have concerns. Do not fear. Do not hesitate. Do not question. Do not fret. She is not angry with you for stealing her appearance and her name. Nor is she sad or disappointed in you for all that you have done. She is us, and we are her. Now go. Go meet her. Meet us. Then, get to know us. Get to know yourself. Then you will finally see where you truly belong. Is that you, Lunacia? Hello. Nice to meet you. My name is M4A1. If you don't want to call me Lunacia, just call me M4. I don't understand. Why do something so pointless? The Nidos, isomers, and that obnoxious knockoff. Even me. Our existence means nothing to you. You could have become the real Lunacia, Little Bill's one and only sister. You could have become the goddess of the new world. How could you give that up? Why did you leave? Why did you betray him? I didn't betray anyone. It was Bill who betrayed us. He betrayed all that is good and just. He betrayed you all. He didn't betray me. He loves me. Does he really? No. The one he loves is me, but not me. The one he loves is you, but not you. I am simply more fortunate than you. Other than that, there is nothing special about me. You don't need to be anyone's substitute. You are you. You are worthy of love. You deserve to be loved. Without this name, what do I have? You still have your sense of self. This is the moment of your birth. From this moment on, you are genuinely alive. Congratulations. You have found what you truly belong. Thank you. Thank you, M4A1. Where I belong. She mutters these words tentatively, the concept solidifying for the first time in her mind. If there's nothing special about me, if I'm really not Lunacia, then what meaning is there to my existence? Your existence doesn't need to have meaning, but your existence is needed for things to have meaning. You are here. We are here. She absorbs those words in silence. The confusion and bewilderment in her eyes are slowly replaced by clarity that follows an epiphany, as well as weariness from having shed a heavy burden. I see now. I'm neither his sister nor Lunacia. I hear you. These are our voices. Dandelion gazes at her quietly. The chorus of countless consciousness is now a gentle lull. You have your sense of self. Sadly, you haven't got time to learn how to say I. But that's alright. Leave that to us. From today onward, your I is part of us. A blue butterfly lands on her forehead, like a soft seal proving that she belongs. Good night. The light contracts in an instant, like a pithilum blooming with no warning. The white haze retracts silently into the mechanical crevices. The collapsed white needles return to their original positions like receding sea foam. As if all her strength had been sucked away, Tokarev's head droops and her eyes close as she falls into a short slumber. She smiles a wistful, weary smile, a victor who does not relish in her victory. And thank you. We're here, boys! The light contracts. The fluttering blue butterflies fold inward, merging into a newly formed body. Lunacia quietly closes her eyes. All the white needles around her grow still. No. Impossible. The mania and mockery on his face freeze into pure shock. He staggers backwards, slamming into the main console behind him. Sister. My sister! The commander steps forward, each heavy footfall of his combat boots striking the ground like a blow against William's unraveling nerves. His face is completely expressionless, a calm more terrifying than anger. Stay back, you filthy vermin! Don't come any closer. William screams hysterically, grabbing a broken metal pipe with his remaining arm and swinging it wildly. The commander does not even dodge. The pipe hits him on the shoulder, but he does not even flinch. In the next instant, the commander slams the butt of his gun into William's wrist. Ah! The crisp sound of bone shattering echoes as William cries out, the pipe flying from his grasp. The commander guards his pistol in the same motion, seizes William by the collar, and drives a brutal right hook into his face. He does not stop at that. Grabbing William by the hair, he smashes his face into the nearby display. The screen shatters, shards of glass scattering with streaks of blood. Why? Ugh, why would someone like you go this far? The commander gives no answer. He twists William's arm behind his back, slamming him into the ground, then raises his fist again. Because of people you used and discarded. Because of the ideals you defiled and the work you trampled. The dual wet impacts echo through the vast laboratory. William's curses weaken into broken groans. The commander breathes heavily, chest heaving, then slowly rises and picks up the pistol from the ground. William struggles to his feet before him. Teeth stained red with blood, his eyes burning with hatred. This time, you can't escape. William spits, a manic grin spreading across his face. Escape? What kind of finale has the protagonist absent from the stage? The crisp sound of the mechanism echoes as the round is chambered. A rasping sound escapes William's ruined throat. The dark muzzle of the gun is reflected in his eyes. Facing the commander's resolute expression in that hollow, endless darkness, Ballard finally understands. He is about to die. Damn you! Damn you! Damn you! How could I? How to be cornered by someone like you? A nobody! A worm! Trash! The smell of fuel, blood, and gunpowder fills the air. The sight of Ballard's face, so twisted with pain, reminds the commander of many things. It is all coming to an end. Commander! 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 Not bad, Commander. Well done. The commander's mind snaps back to present. At some point, the hand holding the gun has become slick with sweat, yet it has never been steadier. So long! Bastard! Stop! Stop it! All you need is to perform your duties and fend off the occasional minor attacks instigated by SF. Yeah. The shining beacon of brave new world. Who do you still remember? Which would you be? The fox or the hedgehog? Head forward and don't look back. How could I? Goodbye, William. The final gunshot rings out. The bullet pierces William's forehead, erasing the last remnants of his consciousness. The commander steps forward, squats down, and confirms that the body on the ground has completely ceased breathing. William is dead. Satisfied, Commander? A cool, familiar voice sounds from behind him. The reborn dandelion stands quietly, watching. What I sought was never the thrill of killing someone. I did not kill him for revenge, but for a more righteous purpose. Is that so? The commander turns to look at Dandelion. Moments ago, she stood as the final obstacle between them and William. Now, without any need for confirmation, they just know she's an ally. And more than that, is it you, Commander? Perhaps it's a sense of relief he feels now that the dust has settled. For a fleeting moment, the past and present seem to overlap on that familiar face. The commander's free hand brushes the corners of his grinning lips out of reflex. This brings me back. And in that instant, the shadow of the past before them shifts. Her gear, her coat, and even her appearance flow like sand, changing dramatically in a blink of an eye into a form far more familiar. Dandelion. Huh? Stunned, Commander? Unfortunately, this form suits me better. How did you... Her gear is made of nanomachines. Otherwise, what did you think those blue butterflies were? Venetia's ghost? The illusion of the overlapping figures shattered within her flippant tone. The commander rests his eyes as he's dragged back to reality. How did you do this? Everything that happened, it all unfolded exactly as M4 said. Is this the power of Nirvana? And what exactly is the price she mentioned? Dandelion inclines her head slightly but does not answer immediately. The lightness fades from her expression, replaced by solemn gravity. Commander. What? Before I answer you, I have 3 questions. If you can answer them, I will tell you everything, as well as explain the price you have to pay. Go ahead. First, is there only one goddess? Second, is the goddess omniscient and omnipotent? Third, if the world was altered by the goddess, did it ever truly exist? The commander cannot answer a single one of the questions. I see you now understand. Then promise me one thing, Commander. Never seek any knowledge regarding Nirvana. Do not touch it. Do not ponder it. Do not attempt it. I promise. Good. Then. Dandelion performs a perfect curtsy, then gestures towards the silent main control terminal. Please embark on your next journey. A harsh incoming signal suddenly echoes through the lab, coming from the bloodstained terminal. The commander pauses briefly, then steps forward and answers the call. It's me. Congratulations, Commander. I have fulfilled my promise, Mr. McHale. Thank you for your assistance and support. From now on, Paradise is no more. I know. In fact, I may have known even earlier than you. That is why I decided to thank you personally, Commander. The Prometheans will not forget your contribution. I don't need a reward. I have already received one. Not be so quick to dismiss it, Commander. Some among us may have disappointed you, but everyone makes mistakes. What matters is the future. We have discussed the matter. You need rest. Time to cool down. We have prepared a vehicle with sufficient supplies. You may take it and leave this place. Do not ever return. If you have any other requests, we will do our best to accommodate them. I do have one request. Regarding my subordinates. The old man falls silent for a moment. There is no precedent for such a request, but very well, I'll allow it. Thank you. The commander takes a deep breath. Goodbye. Commander. It has been some time since that last incident. The days of constant fear and unease finally seem to be over. I do not regret my decision of lending my body to Miss Dandelion. Although we have not known each other for long, I believe that in that situation, she was better suited than I was to offer you my greater support. Still, not being able to properly say goodbye to you at the end has left me with some lingering regret. That is why I hope this letter can reach you. To everyone at Griffin in Era S09, today is likely the most important day since the day of our creation. After that fateful day, all of us dolls who had been activated in violation of regulations were once again forcibly put into sleep under IOP authority. Not just me, everyone who fought in that battle must have been prepared for the possibility that we would never wake again. After committing such severe violations, we would have no grounds to protest even if we had been treated as rogue units or decommissioned. However, conference room, Griffin's temporary base. According to the final agreements, all former Griffin and Kruger PMC tactical dolls will be granted full personal autonomy. You may choose to join any registered security contractor, or register as unaffiliated dolls and live as civilians. Further details will be provided in written reports. Please complete and submit them to your supervisor, Miss Hellion. The dolls gathered below are stunned for a moment, before erupting into disbelief and celebration. We're free? We're actually free? That's amazing! I can finally go find Big Sis! We can choose our own work? If I don't have to fight anymore, maybe I can pick up the goose hang again. Time to show you all what a dancer I really am! If missions hadn't gotten in the way. I've decided! I'm going to become a chef! What the hell, Spaz? Why are you yelling all of a sudden? Holy, you actually did that table with that slap! Amidst the joy, however, some dolls stand out with their apparent unease. Then, what about Commander? Where is he? What are you talking about, Springfield? Of course the Commander will still be in charge of us. We're allowed to freely join any registered security contractors, or become unaffiliated. Doesn't that imply Griffin will cease to exist? And we will no longer be under anyone's command? Not even commanders? Isn't that right? Huh? Wait a minute. What do you mean? Supplementary clause. All Griffin dolls granted autonomy are strictly prohibited from seeking contacting or approaching the individual codenamed Commander via any means. Any violation will result in the immediate termination of all rights granted under this agreement to both the dolls and the Commander. What? You gotta be kidding me! I'm going to expose this online! We're forbidden from contacting the Commander? They can't be serious. That cold, harsh truth extinguished our joy in an instant, leaving behind a piercing chill. If not for the calming influence Miss Springfield, Miss Lee, and Miss Carr, those who have always been our role models, things might have escalated into chaos again. And if that had happened, all of your sacrifices and efforts would have been for nothing. We were also concerned if you had been captured in prison or even executed by the urgency. The mere thought filled me with dread and hollowed me out. Thankfully, Miss Springfield reassured us. She was right. If that were the case, the agreement would not need to forbid us from contacting you. Later, Miss Helen confirmed that you were safe. Only then did we manage to accept reality. I heard that before you left, some managed to find ways around the restriction to meet you briefly and say goodbye. I wasn't able to do that. So, at the very least, I hope this letter can reach you. Perhaps if Miss Kalina had been the one to comfort everyone, it would have gone more smoothly. Maybe you had your reasons, but she was heartbroken. I have never seen her cry so hard. Her voice went hoarse. From what I have learned, she carried out the task you entrusted to her flawlessly. All 8 factories Miss Dandelion identified were completely destroyed. Nothing was left behind. You must have known that you could count on her, and that's why you were able to leave without hesitation. Still, I don't understand why you had to leave her behind. If you receive this letter, please contact her if you can. She really misses you. I'm sorry. I had so many things I wanted to say, but now that I'm writing, my thoughts feel scattered. I may even sound like I'm telling you what to do. Please forgive me. I understand that there is always an unsurmountable barrier between human and dolls. We are, ultimately, tools created to serve humanity. Among all the people I know, you are the only one who fought to grant us tools freedom. Griffin may be but an empty shell or even disappear entirely. But we have gained the right to live freely, openly, under the sun. This must be your final gift to us. I don't know what you gave up, what compromises you made to achieve this. But wherever you are, however you live now, I hope you are not overworking yourself. Without Miss Springfield, will you forget to do your laundry? Without Miss G36 and the logistics staff running the cafeteria, will you live on ration bars and instant food? Without Miss NDR and the others to make trouble and bicker with you, will you feel lonely? Without you, how lonely and uneasy will we be? Where did you go, Commander? A few days later, outside Griffin's temporary base. Springfield, what are you staring at? The bus is leaving. When's the next one? In half an hour. Why has so much luggage? Hard to believe we're unaffiliated now. What do we even do from now on? Unaffiliated doesn't mean illegal. We're legally unaffiliated and given, what's the term again? Self-determination. Right, that's it. That's exactly what I wanted to say. This one tipped my tongue. Miss Vector, your medkit. Thank you. I'll stay a bit longer to finish up my gun maintenance. Go ahead, G36. What's on your mind, Miss Croza? Our personal belongings should have all been on board the MBV, right? How could such a large vehicle vanish into thin air all of a sudden? Who knows? Maybe like us, it set off on his own journey. Have you decided where you're going? Not yet. But for now, I want to stay a little longer. Just to see whether they might suddenly appear again. And bid us good morning with a smile, as he always would.
Good idea, Sam.
The story never ending. Goes Frontline. True ending. The commander traded his own existence for our future. This is not abandonment. On the contrary, it is the most resolute form of protection. I believe. I believe the commander has not truly left us behind. That agreement may be cold, but the memories and bonds between us still burn warmly. She reaches out her hand, as if to touch distant stars. All we need to do is keep living, patiently, earnestly, to live beneath the sky the commander carved out for us. Perhaps, one day in the future, we may return to that place again. The place that filled us all with warmth. The place that felt like home. Final kick in the nuts. Connection established. You wish to leave? Silence. I would like to know why. No reply. The shattered order is calling for restoration. This broken world can finally be unified. Everything before us shall be reformed into a new world, a new order, and we shall be the shining beacon in this brave new world. Just you, not us. You don't need me, Earl. To you, I'm just a pawn that can easily be replaced. I won't take orders from you anymore. I simply wish to know your final decision. The hedgehog who serves absolute truth, reduces the world to one organizing principle, raises his spines all over, and staunchly resists all other views. The cunning and mercurial fox rides the waves of tumultuous times, narrowing his eyes and discerning the discordant voices that can reshape the world. He once asked me this question. Now, I'm making my choice. You don't wish to be a hedgehog? Nor do I wish to be a fox. So your choice is to run away. No, my choice is to stop being your pawn. Hedgehog or fox, I still end up being used as a stepping stone by you and other bastards like you. Does it matter what choice I make? The world hasn't become any better or worse. It has not changed at all because of the choices I made. I will not make excuses for what happened in the past, but you must get over things that are already set in stone in order to make your choice. Problems not get solved by running away. You are no more than a coward if you only wallow in self-pity. I'm running away? I'm a coward? Fine, I'll admit it. Don't come looking for me anymore. I will never come back. As I've already told you, my final decision is self-exile. Farewell, Earl. Connection terminated. You must make the right choice. Your destiny must return to its ordained path. Enjoy this momentary separation. We will meet again, Commander. Several days later, in the morgue of a secret URNC facility. In the absolute silence, only the faint, low hum of the refrigeration system can be heard. William's body lies cold, still on a cold metal autopsy table, covered by a thin white sheet. It has undergone only minimal cleaning. On his forehead, the fatal bullet wound declares without mercy the unmistakable end of his life. It is all written in stone. And yet, within this silence, ruled by death, something begins to awaken. Not a heartbeat, not a breath. A thread-like strand of pitch-black fluid slowly seeps out. It does not clot like blood. Instead, it moves like a living organism, tentatively writhing across the cold skin. At first, there is only one strand, then a second, a third. More and more of the black substance oozes from their wounds, gathering into a vicious pool of darkness, one that seems to swallow all light. It has no fixed shape. At times, it extends pseudopod-like tendrils. At others, it contracts into a smooth, oil-like mass. This living darkness begins to creep upward along William's body. It makes no sound, yet it carries an undeniable sense of purpose. It flows across his pallid chest, coils around his bloodless neck. Wherever it passes, faint, web-like black veins emerge beneath the skin, as though constructing an entirely new network of nerves and vessels. At last, it reaches the fatal bullet wound. The darkness lingers at the edge of a moment. Then, without hesitation, it pours inside, filling the hollow left by the bullet. The morgue is still quiet as a tomb. But beneath the white sheet, on the body that should have remained forever cold, twitches. And that's it. Is this a it's him but not him moments? No. This is William. This is explaining how William was confirmed dead, but he's alive. Goop Willie is not Will really. Yeah, Willie ends up a very different. So the thing is that goop is already inside. Already inside William. So he's had that for a while. But I have no idea where it came from or how he got it. So right now we're calling it Venom. Yep, Venom just suddenly appeared. Was the arm? The arm's not there. This William doesn't have a mechanical arm. He never got one. Venom William. Harmless freak. Yes, and what I remember is William had both arms until M16 attacked him, and she ripped one arm off. But by that point, William didn't bother having something replaced. I don't recall the goop ever being utilized in Virtual Pair. Immortality? No, just a power beam and asshole. And the main antagonist. I would say, Nixon, that is the best opening for it to be introduced. But it is a decent theory. Like, obviously this is the only time we actually got to see the black goop. But this is just theoretically speaking what Nixus is saying. Theoretically, the best time to do it would be when his arm got ripped off. But the thing is that, like, if it is what we think it is, which is regeneration, wouldn't it just heal the entire arm? Or maybe it's just shitty strike cells. Yeah. Alright, take care, Sam. Yeah, the robot arm does have strike cells, yeah. But he doesn't have the robot arm in Grossman Line 1. So that can't be a factor right now. So basically, what it's coming down to is the black goop is either like some trial phase prototype strike cells, which is what everyone wants to think it is, or it's something entirely different. Which, let's be real, Ghost Frontline does like doing things entirely different. So. And that is true, Lontran. He does seem genuinely freaked out about dying. So he wasn't planning on dying, you know. We saw inside him, yeah. So could the goop be something from the relics? It's highly possible. Like, very highly possible that it's from relics, yeah. But we just don't know where it came from, and I assuming that's going to be answered in Ghost Frontline too. The thing is that people have been constantly trying to just point this towards strikes, but guys, like I say this every time, guys, there's more out there than just strikes. So that's what I'm really contemplating. I don't think the black goop is related to strikes at all. It could be a catalyst to perfecting strike cells, but I don't think the goop in of itself, the venom stuff, is actual strike cells. And also, yes, it's way too fucking early. Crikes. The butterfly effect? It could be, yeah. Dragon. Reverse collapse F might make things more clear. Possibly. Or even blue butterfly. That's the thing, too. Blue butterfly is supposed to be very story heavy. William's powered by pure fucking hatred. That black goop is hatred itself. It's Lunatia's blood, wow. So black goop was a Nito. It could be cool, yeah. There's a desire for Sartrism. Wow. That's quite the imagination you guys got. But yeah, I'm gonna start winding down because it's getting close to bedtime for me. This is indeed the finale of Ghost Frontline 1. As far as I know, there is nothing coming out in the near future. Ghost Frontline 1 should be going into maintenance mode at this point. I think we should just be getting just costumes at this point. New skins. Are there male Nitos? I think there was literally only one. I want to say there's literally only one, and that was like in Angelia's backstory. But I think that might have just been called a robot. I'm not too sure. Yeah, exactly. What that dude said. Unchanged sword, that is correct. That bastard due to PNC. Yeah. But yes, I truly and with all of my chest, I salute this final ending. This final ending, the final ending was very, very good. I would give it a 9 out of 10. It's not a 10 out of 10 because SF is not here at all. And they have never been addressed in the epilogue arc or any of the last chapters, to be frank. And that pisses me off still, I'm not gonna lie. Feels like that they were swept under the rug for no fucking reason. And they had a perfect time to come into play, which is here, actually, this final chapter. So I'm still mad about that, so it's 9 out of 10. Not a 10 out of 10. But otherwise, everything was good. Also, this was a lot faster than I thought it'd be, but it's still spectacular. I am very glad that Ghost Frontline 1, at the very least, managed to actually condense their plot to very, very sweet words, and not just like overindulge in word count. I truly enjoy that. Also, I didn't show them off much, but the combat in this this event is actually really good compared to the previous ones. They actually makes you work for it. The M16 say anything about Beak? No. SF, just like nothing regarding SF at all in this event. Just a little like a little small little mention in like some flashback or something. That false is surprisingly hard, even though normal. It's less hard and just more involved. You can't just rest the enemy. You actually had to follow what the game wants you to do for once. Went to buy cigarettes and never returned. Yeah, she married her bike and bought cigarettes. What do you mean? Should be her ultimate. Yeah, M16's ultimate would just be Beak just rolling in and crashing into someone. Yeah, Agent was teased, for sure. I will say though, I still think my favorite cutscene besides William dying in this one, or not this one, but this one. This is absolutely the best one. But besides that one, my favorite has to be this one. The alternate the first bad ending, which shows the alternate world line, where the Earl gets too pissed off, and he just shuts everything down, and so Commander only has less than $20, but he still kills William. That's extremely badass. Not gonna lie. I know a number of people who said that they wish this was the actual real ending. Javier really did us a solid. I agree. That definitely helped out. And by the way, I'm not one of those people who wishes this was the real ending. I think this is a really good alternate ending, but I definitely would be a little unsatisfied if this ended up being the real ending. Yeah, Kevin is cool. Kane still fell down a bunch of stairs and died, though. Yes, I am very happy with the canon ending. Very, very happy with it. They fixed just about everything that CK did. And CK was shit. So... I refuse to believe Kane is dead. I'm sorry, man, but you're coping. She doesn't know. Hey, look, man. Kane was a victim of CK. And CK was like the worst written event in all Girls Frontline. To live on a farm. But alright. The entire credit roll. Oh, don't skip it. Well, Girls Frontline, it's been a pleasure. Long trend, I have no idea. Wait, I never noticed that Greg has such large tits. So, I don't know if we'll ever do a stream on Ghost Frontline 1 again, but there will definitely be videos later on. I am going to do the summaries after I get some things done. But in terms of like genuinely playing Ghost Frontline 1, probably not. I think this will be the last time I'll actually open it to actually play the game. If I ever open it again, it'll just be for research purposes for the videos. So, Ghost Frontline, it's been a pleasure. It's time to stick with Ghost Frontline 2. Alright. You take care, guys. I will see y'all next week because Ghost Frontline 2 updates the Chinese side. So yeah, that'll happen.